Okay, we're back for reassembly, and what you can see here, we've got the linkages that go to the carburetor, we've got the inlet manifold, and we've got they've got the faceplate there. That's a anodized piece of aluminium. So it's got, if you look closely, if you can see it there, but there's blue material all on that surface, which is from the gasket. A bit of the gaskets come off, the paper on the gasket. So I just got some antibacterial wipes, or better with alcohol wipes. And if you can just grab, you could use the cotton bud trick, but for something like this, I like to use these wipes. I use them all the time. You can see what's coming off there. You may have a different method for doing this. Just want to clean that off. You want that surface to be spotless, because if this doesn't seal well, you'll have air fuel mixture problems, you'll have fuel leakage, and also anything else you can see that needs to be cleaned up around here. You can see, clean it up. I just like these wipes because they're convenient. I'm going to wipe any dirt off the top of the inlet manifold there. Get another wipe. Want that to be clean. We don't want to be pushing dirt and gunk into your motor. Any of that grass and dirt can get pushed in there when you're reassembling. You typically don't want that. It'll cause you problems. That's looking pretty clean. And like I said, you can use a rag with a bit of fuel on it if you like, or cleaner, some sort of cleaning fluid. These wipes are just convenient. I tend to use them a lot. Rightly or wrongly, they're tool of choice for me. And I don't have anything special, to be honest. I'm not a lot of, if you've noticed in my videos, it's all whatever Joe's got lying around. He uses. If I've got the right tools, I use it, but most of the time it's whatever's convenient, whatever I have, rather than spending too much money buying more products and tools. And okay, all right, we'll just grab the carburetor. Okay, reassembled our carby onto the engine. Now, here's the linkages. Now we need to reinstall these linkages the way we took them off before we mount them on the studs. So here's the throttle linkage. I'm going to get that in. I don't think there's any particular order. And here's our spring retainer for the throttle. And just want to pop that into the little hole there next to the linkage for the throttle. And we also have, hiding here somewhere, is our linkage for the choke. And if I can pull that choke forward, tilt the carburetor, and tilt that carburetor. Try not to, you don't want to bend anything here. And I need to point our pliers on that. to get that tilt that into a position you can get to it. It's been a little bit awkward. And so I'm going to do it in reverse order. I'm going to put the linkage, because I'm having problems with it, I'm going to put the linkage onto the carburetor, and then just see if I can pop it into the other side. Okay, there we go. We've got the 3 linkages attached, and we should be able to, without too much force, position that on. Okay, so as you can see what I did there, that choke assembly didn't want to go on, that connector, so I just disconnected it from the governor plate, put it onto the actual carburetor where the choke is, and put it on the governor last. Okay, we're back. As we're looking at this, it was past its use by date. I could clean it up, clean the foam, and wash all that and blow it all out and effectively get that back into service. To be honest, some things are just worth replacing. And we have a nice replacement unit there. Okay, so that's nice and clean. What we haven't done yet is this is the connecting bottom plate, I call it, bottom plate for the air cleaner, and bounce onto the carburetor when we took this off. This is, again, if you look in there, that's pretty nasty. I'm just going to hit it with a blower real quick. So you can get most of the dirt out. Just hit it with the air compressor. And just try and get into and look in there and just check that the air intake of particular interest is down inside the body there. That body leads to the down to the carburetor, and if it's dirt in there, which it's very clean, I'll take that back. I can see in there that a bit of dust has gotten past that air filter. Look, you could soak this and do lots of things with cleaning this up. I am not going to do that. I'm just pulling my paper towel, my trusty paper towel, in and out of the intake there for the air cleaner, and giving it a wipe around where I can see. You could soak this again. Sonic cleaner would probably be perfect for this job. I don't have one. I'm just going to, and get this. Most of the dust and grime seems to be in the lower part, which sort of makes sense, in the lower part of this elbow where it gets trapped before it hits the carburetor. And there we go. We'll just clean up the outside a bit. Want to cross-contaminate anything, clean it up a little bit now while you've got it off. This job should be done on a semi-regular basis, I guess, and if you're anything like me, you get busy and you don't take these on maintenance as often as they should. You could pay someone to do this, get it serviced. I'm reluctant to do that if I can do the work myself. Any work you can do yourself, you can save a few dollars. You want to make sure that's pretty clean around there because that needs to be sealed off against the carburetor. We also have a mounting plate that I just gave a wipe down too. Now that's got to go on back on the same way it came off. We'll just have a look at the pattern on that. Yeah, so that doesn't look like it goes that way. Let's test fit it. I can see it clearly, it goes on that way. Okay, so that's goes on there like that, and then we need to put the bottom on of our air cleaner. Now there was a hose, if you remember, coming from the base of the air cleaner. I think that's a return from the engine. That's looking a bit gnarly too. I'm just going to give it a clean up. I probably should, I don't know, it probably doesn't cause us any issues. It's just looking a bit worn. It's not a big job to replace it if I had the right size hose, but I don't have any spare hoses, and I don't think it's going to cause any problems. There's no pressure on that, it's just fumes coming back from the engine, I believe, so they go and feed back into the air conditioner, into the carburetor and the motor for a second burn to clean it up a bit. These Honda engines are typically very clean. Alright, now we're missing we need to put the studs back. These are the sleeves. We need to put these back onto the studs, remount that hose, breather hose that comes back, and just check everything. Oh, okay, we have forgotten to remount. So our governor plate, if you remember, we loosened that and it's just dangling in the air there. So we just put that in. If there's too many parts, you really want to bag and tag all of these parts for later reassembly. In this case, there was only about 10 parts, so that's probably as much as I can remember. This is our standard 10mm bolt. So I'm just going to re-tighten up. I'm using my drill. Look, a bit lazy. I just put my clutch on below, pretty low on a 3 or something, low setting, and I maybe a bit tighter. Bump it up to about 5. That's a pretty decent bolt, that one, 10mm. And we've got a lower one as well. We don't want that plate to come loose. So you just tighten it to where you think is okay. And it looks pretty secure. Okie dokie. I think we look pretty good. just checking we've got no leaks coming out of the bottom of the bowl. We've had the fuel on for a while now and there's no leaks evident. That's a good sign. We're going to reattach if everything works nicely for me. And be able to okay, so check that hose, yeah. I just want to check where that hose links around. It looks like it came around the outside of the governor plate rather than inside, so I'm just going to put that back on. Make sure I'm putting it back the way it came off. Okay. One long bolt that goes on the base of the air filter. And we have two nuts kept aside. Alrighty, so we'll just nip those up. I've already pre-tensioned that clutch on that drill, so there we go. That was too easy. It's this point that I wonder what I've done wrong, because you think, what have I forgotten? I'm just going to check, which I should have done earlier, just check your kill in your choke. So that's the, you can see it still, that's the kill for the kill switch. When you pull that all the way to the top, presses on the button, kills the engine, all the way back, and down, pulls on the choke. I'll connect that hose now. There we go. Okay, so we've got our air cleaner back on now. Well, they're base on anyway. So this is where we come in with our new one. A good air cleaner will, well, some of these are third party. They'll be already soaked in oil. So you want to, if they're not, you want to do that. Okay, that seals down into the base there. You need to take your fuel cap, for the Honda you need to take your fuel cap off. Just, that goes over, goes onto your studs, put your fuel cap back on, and grab your wing nuts. Tighten those down, nice and snug. You don't want to lose these in the paddock. And that's it. Okay, so we've gone through, we've replaced the O-ring, we've cleaned out the carb, cleaned out the main jet, replaced the air cleaner. So we're pretty much ready for a test start and see if we're going to run Okay, we're back. It's been a bit of an effort, but we've got our Honda HRU196 breakdown, hot summer's day, mowing the lawn, fuel pouring out, wouldn't start, real problem. So on the way to the mower shop, ended up there, it was closed, so this has been our adventure. We ended up pulling the carby down, clearly a fuel problem. We did a bit of testing, a bit of troubleshooting, worked out it was the the main jet blocked, and also we had a damaged seal on our valve, O-ring seal. So anyway, we've cleaned it all up, put it back together, and we're at the point now, this is the scariest moment, where we'll see if it'll start. We've had the fuel tap on for a while, so at least now the fuel leak is gone, which has been plaguing us for a little while. So we're here for a start and see if we can get a bit of action out of this mower now. So stand by for some excitement. Back on. Okay, so there we go. That sounded really nice. Better than it has for a long time. It ran up hard. It actually ran harder than what I thought. I've got to admit, I don't think it's ran that hard for a long time. It's clearly had a fuel restriction issue there for quite a while, and that's looks like we're pretty much back in action. And it was a scary moment. I hadn't started this or worked on this prior to what you've just seen there, me putting this carby back together. That's the first time I've done a job like this. I've worked on carburetors a long time ago, and it's not a difficult job. I've worked on a car carburetor a long time ago, and these carburetors on the small engines are very simple. I think anybody could give it a go, and I've gone through all the steps and all the processes to get this back in action. I'm not sure how much this would have cost at a service centre, but I'm guessing that it would have been about $300. Okay, you can do this job at home in a few hours. If you can get spare parts as required, it's not too difficult. I hope this has helped, and if you like the video, just put a thumbs up down the bottom. And this has just been one of my little jobs around home, another little handy little job that I thought other people would get some benefit out of. They might have a Honda or a Victor or something like that, and you might have a carburetor issue, and after looking inside that carburetor, I'm guessing that that's fairly normal, and they really do need to be cleaned out and serviced. And again, if you can do it yourself, you can save some money. So I'm all about that. I'm pretty happy with that. It's worked out better than what I would hope for. So I didn't end up back at the service centre, did it all myself, and you know, it's something that I'm pretty proud of. Okay guys, catch you next time. Hope you enjoyed the video.